Greetings in the name of Jesus. Glad you've joined us as we begin our video devotional series this Lenten season. I pray that you are blessed through the time that we spend together as we take a look at the Gospel of Mark. Today we're looking at chapters 1, verses 1 through 13. And I have someone pretty special with me today. As you probably know, this is my son Ezekiel, and a parent and a child have an awful special relationship as they grow with one another and as they get to know each other on a very deep level. That's one of those special relationships that we have as humans. Father and son, or mother and daughter, or father and daughter, those are very special relationships. And I have Ezekiel with me today because we're talking about Jesus. And in the book of Mark, the title, "The Son of God," is vitally important to understanding who Jesus is. In verse 1, the narrator calls Jesus the Son of God. As well as in verse 11, when Jesus gets baptized, the Father calls him his beloved Son. And John the Baptist also points to Jesus with this identity. So it's vitally important for us as we go through the book of Mark to understand that the title Son of God is an identifier that truly identifies who Jesus was and why he is vitally important to us. Now, he is much more a son to God than even my son Ezekiel is to me. You see, they are vitally connected. They are one. If you know about the Trinity, Jesus is the second person of the Trinity, and he's identified as God's Son. And so, though I extremely love my son Ezekiel, the connection between God the Father and Jesus, the Son of God, is an even deeper relationship and connection. And so that's vital to keep in mind as we look at these texts as we go through the book of Mark. So I pray that as we go forward, you would keep your eye out. Who correctly identifies Jesus? Who correctly identifies him as the Son of God? And how can we see this reality as we move forward? As we move through the book of Mark, as we see Jesus do healings, exorcisms, as he proclaims the good news of God to the world, and as he will ultimately end up hanging dead on a cross. That is a vitally important place where the identity of Jesus comes to be known by all of man. God's blessings on your journey through the book of Mark as we journey together.